A few weeks ago, Airbnb dropped its 2026 summer release, and buried inside the announcement is a change that quietly rewrites your job as a host. Not the grocery delivery, not the World Cup experiences, something much closer to home. For the first time, your listing has a second reader. And if you don't know what that reader is, it's already deciding whether guests ever really see you. I'm Stacey St. John. I host the STR Sisterhood podcast. I wrote the co-host code, and I help women run short-term rental businesses like real companies. I read this release the way I read all of them, with data, not drama, and I'm gonna give you the part that actually matters, exactly what to do about it this week, and nothing you have to take on faith. No hype, no predictions I cannot back up, just what shipped and how to respond. If that's your speed, go ahead and hit subscribe so videos like this keep finding you. And because everything I'm about to cover comes back to one thing, how your listing is written, I built you a free AI-ready listing checklist so you can audit your listing against exactly what we covered today. It's in the description below. Grab it and follow along. First, what actually landed in the summer release? There's a lot in there. Grocery delivery, airport pickups, luggage storage, car rentals, boutique hotels, even World Cup experiences. But for us as hosts, the part that changes the work is the AI. There are three pieces. Number one, AI review highlights. And this one is live right now. Airbnb reads through your reviews and hands the next guest a summary of what people care about most. Your location, your amenities, how family-friendly you are. Number two, AI-powered comparison, which Airbnb says is coming later this year, where a guest saves a few homes to a wish list and gets an AI-written summary of each one side by side. And three, AI customer support, now in 11 languages with voice on the way. I'm not gonna guess where all of this goes next because I do not need to. What is already here is more than enough to act on. Here's the shift underneath all three of those AI tools. Your guest's entire path, researching you, comparing you, and getting help now runs through Airbnb's AI, which means the way your listing talks to the AI is the way it talks to your guest. And here's the part most hosts miss. The AI cannot infer. It cannot figure out that you're a 3-minute walk to the beach just because you're in a beach town. It only knows what you actually wrote in your listing. So your listing now has two readers, the guest and the machine summarizing you for that guest. Your whole job is to make sure the machine cannot get you wrong. So, action number one, write your listing on zero assumptions. Every amenity, every distance, every feature a guest might want to know has to be written out. In plain words, in a full sentence with context, not just toggled on the amenity list. Let me make it real. If you have a hot tub, don't just check the box for a hot tub in amenities. Write it. Private hot tub on the screen porch, open year-round, seat 6. If you're close to the water, don't just say steps from the sand, because no guest types steps from the sand into a search bar. Say it like they would say it. A 3-minute walk to the ocean, 0.2 of a mile, flat the whole way. If you're pet friendly, say it out loud and name the fenced yard while you're at it. The rule is simple. If a guest might ask for it, your listing has to contain the actual words, because a listing that makes the AI guess gets a weak, generic summary, and the guest picks the host whose summary was specific. You will never see the booking you lost, my friend, so don't leave it to chance. Action number two, your reviews are now fuel for that AI, so feed it well. AI review highlights pull the most mentioned amenities, the location, the experience straight out of your reviews. And that means two moves for you. First, when you ask a guest for a review, point them, make suggestions. If you know your kitchen is standout, say something like, "We would especially love if you mentioned how you use the kitchen." You're not putting words into their mouths. You're giving the AI something specific to find. Second, respond to every single review and use your response to fill the gaps. If your guest raved about the bed but never mentioned that you're walking distance to the farmer's market, you can say it in your reply, because AI reads your responses too. And one reframe that really matters now, quality beats quantity. 80 detailed reviews that name your amenities and your neighborhood will feed that summary better than 200 reviews that just say, great place. So start paying attention to what your reviews say, not only how many you have. And quick one before we keep going. When you read all about Airbnb's AI changes, I want to ask you, was your gut reaction excited or overwhelmed? Drop one word in the comments, excited or overwhelmed. I read everyone and it tells me exactly how to help you next. Now the other half of this release, and I want to be straight with you here instead of scaring you. Airbnb has brought boutique hotels onto the platform, but they're in 20 big destinations like New York, Paris, London. Not Myrtle Beach, not Hocking Hills. If you're not in one of those 20 markets, that competition is not at your door yet. So we're not gonna panic about it. But there is a real signal in the services that they added. Grocery delivery, airport pickups, luggage storage. Airbnb just proved that guests will pay for these. So decide on purpose. Are you giving those touches away as your edge? Or maybe you're simply pointing guests so that they can handle it themselves. Any one of those can be the right call. What's not right is doing it by accident. And the one thing no hotel can structurally copy, a full kitchen, a whole home space for the whole family, a real neighborhood, and a host who actually cares, that is still your lane. Lean all the way into it. So here's the whole thing in one breath. Your listing now has a second reader, so write it so that Airbnb's AI cannot get you wrong. Feed that AI specific detailed reviews and out-host. That's the one thing a hotel never can. That's the work this release is actually asking for, and it's work that you can start today. Now, I made you the AI-ready listing checklist to walk through on your own listing line by line. It's free and it's in the description below. Go grab it, audit one listing tonight, and you'll already be ahead of most hosts who watched the same release and did absolutely nothing with it. If this video was useful to you, subscribe and stick around. This is exactly the kind of work we do together here. I'm Stacey St. John, and remember, lead with data, not drama. I'll see you in the next video.